It was good. Very exciting. It's obviously my first experience of Iron Bowl week, and what a neat deal. This is the greatest rivalry, one of the greatest rivalries in college football, and it's very exciting to be a part of it.
How different is a week when you don't have classes? You got kind of Thanksgiving, so it's almost like an NFL environment. How different is that?
I like it. I like it a lot. I wish there was no such thing as the 20-hour rule, and it's great to be around your players all day long and study ball. I like it.
Obviously, Alabama's been quite successful on defense. What do you see when you watch them?
They're exceptional. I've played Coach Saban's defense when he was at Michigan State. Had the opportunity to play against him whenever I was at Florida. And their theme has always been the same. They're going to stop the run. They are exceptional up front, and he does a great job in the back end. Those guys can cover. They understand route concepts inside and out. They understand splits. They make adjustments. They're very, very well coached. Always has been.
How do you prepare a freshman for playing against that defense in that atmosphere?
Yeah, he's going to have a heck of an experience. Anytime that I've had the one time I was able to play in that stadium, and it's a great environment. It's loud, it's hostile, and then on top of it, you're playing a great defense. You got to make sure that he understands that he needs just to worry about just that play and just that play only. He doesn't need to worry about if we're up 7 points, down 7 points. He just needs to have 100% concentration on just that play and worry about what he can control, because there's going to be some things in that game that are going to occur that are positive, and things that are going to occur that are negative. And he's got to let that go and just have 100% concentration on each and every play.
Scott, would you consider this to be the biggest defensive challenge you face this season? You had Georgia, you had LSU.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and that's not to downplay the LSU defenses, the Georgias of the world, because they're excellent also. But it's a big, powerful, stout front. They understand their job. They play great team defense. They play together as a unit. The linebackers are young and talented, and I think it's exceptionally well-coached secondary.
Scott, Ontario and Trey have run the ball very well against non-conference teams. And totally different story against the SEC. Is there anything to that besides just the quality opponent?
Yeah, you just go look at. I was looking at the rush defensive stats in our conference are unbelievable. I think Alabama's at 76 yards a game. I'm going to say Georgia's in the middle of the pack at 130. This conference is, especially in our side on the West, it's built to stop the run, and that's what these great defenses are doing. They're stopping the run. If you watched how LSU and Texas A&M have moved the ball, they had to put it in the air, and that's the formula. Stop the run the ball as well as you can. Don't turn it over, and you're going to win games. And that's what Alabama and Georgia has done.
What can you do to run for more than 75 yards?
You got to try. In this game, like any big rivalry game, the team that runs the ball the best is going to win the game. And the team that stops the run the best is going to win the game. And then obviously turnovers are going to play a huge factor, especially in that atmosphere over there. So we have to manufacture yards in the run game as best as we possibly can.
You had shown some no huddle before in previous weeks. Given what Texas A&M was able to do against them in the no huddle, does that become a bigger part of the game plan this week?
We'll see.
Talk about Trey. I mean, even with struggles on offense, 80 yards away from 1,000. I mean, just talk about what you've seen out of him this year.
I think the wide zone play and the inside zone play fits him. I think he understands the play. Still has got a ways to. He's missed some cuts that he knows that he needs to improve on. But that's what he is. He's a zone runner, and that was probably one of the biggest reasons we put the play in.
Talk about offensive line changes. Christian Westman, what did you see out of him and then Slade at tackle last week?
Yeah, they did. At times they played quite well. At times they made some mistakes. It was good. It was really important for depth to get Christian Westerman in there. We needed to make sure that we constantly are trying to build depth at the offensive line. It was good to get Slade some tackle time if injuries occur, and we'll see where it goes this week.
Anything else?
Back to Jonathan. When the teammates and everybody else talk about that he's a leader and all those things, and we've talked about this before, but after watching him be a starter for 4 games, is he just a really unusual guy for a true freshman?
He's a very good leader. He's a guy that football is very important to him. You can't kick him out of here. He's a guy that's a gym rat. He's very, very similar in terms of the intangibles and the work ethics of the guys that I've had in terms of that. Obviously in the off season and in the summertime, he's going to have to improve on becoming a better passer. He knows that. Where he's winning right now and where he's improving and what makes him different is his intangibles. He knows where to go to football. He's tough, and he understands that he needs to improve, and every day he's working to become a better quarterback.
How hard was it for a young guy that, he's never experienced an atmosphere like this, and how do you get him to tune it out and all those things?
Yeah, you have to. After that first snap, he'll be fine. That first snap, he'll understand what the Auburn Alabama game is all about real fast. But after that, at the quarterback position, the guys that I've been around are so focused and so locked into what they have to do that all that crowd noise and all the exterior noise that goes away really quick. And to play against the type of defense that we're going to play against on Saturday, you better be locked in. You better be locked in, and he understands that. And I think after that first snap, he'll lock in. He'll focus on his job and just worry about what he can control, and just 100% concentration on every play, and let the previous play go.
Scott, as good as Alabama's defense has been, as much praise as you've had for them, as you've watched them on film, where are they potentially vulnerable? Or how would you have success against a defense that's been as stout as they have been all year?
Well, you have to be you have to play 100% team offensive football. You can't have mistakes. You can't have mis-IDs. The right birds have got to get on the right players. And you just can't make mistakes because they don't make mistakes. That's their deal. They are gap sound. They understand their fits. And what you have to do to counter that is you can't make mistakes. You make mistakes, they'll get after you.